Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I am your host, Pastor KZ. Y'all, go ahead and at the end of the video, give me some thumbs up, hit the like button, share the video, comment down below, and don't forget, give me a comment of a number 1 through 5 about the eyewear I'm wearing today. I want to pick 25 to 35 pair for my eyewear line. This is a new frame, actually, they sent me to try out. What y'all think about it? You know, I like the bottom because it's rimless. It doesn't have a rim, but I kind of like it. I like the shape for sure. Also, I represented HBCUs the first part of the week. I'm going to end the week with something a little bit different. Bob Marley, Love You, Robert Nesta. That legend CD, that legend album he did is absolutely phenomenal. And I also want to shout out Mama Rita Marley, the I3s, the backup singers. You all were absolutely awesome on that redemption song. All this week we've been talking about goodbyes. And on this Food for Thought Friday, I just want to be very short and brief with you because I said I'm struggling with my throat, having a real bad sore throat all week. But I want to continue with this. Goodbyes are hard. Now, sometimes we just try to avoid goodbyes, or we just skip that part altogether. Even losing a pet presents you with a painful goodbye. Anybody out there? Let me ask you a question. How do you say goodbye to someone you love? How do you say goodbye to someone you love? It's easy to walk away and say bye, boy, or goodbye, or deuces to someone you don't care about. Or when you're in anger, just don't even give them a goodbye. That's easy to do. I'm talking about the hard stuff. Saying goodbye to someone you love. How do you do that? I have a homework assignment for you. I would like for you over the weekend to write or to start writing a letter to someone you love that you have to say goodbye to. You love this person with all your heart and you have to let them go. Release them and say goodbye. I know you're thinking, Pastor KZ, I can't do that. Sorry, this homework assignment, I can't do. Don't worry, guess what? Pastor KZ is going to try and do it with you. But you know what? And I challenge some of you because I'm going to challenge myself also. And my husband also said he's going to take the challenge because he has yet to say goodbye to his father who transitioned. He said, I go out to that cemetery and he said, babe, it feels like it just happened the day it happened. He said, because just the day before my father transitioned, we were celebrating his birthday. He was eating birthday cake, having a wonderful time. And then the next day, gone. And he wasn't sick. And he said, I just cannot say goodbye. I have gone to that cemetery many times to say goodbye, and I can't. And he and I were talking about saying goodbye, talking about this, and we both concluded perhaps you can't say goodbye because I haven't said goodbye to my parents or grandparents because simply, to be honest, maybe we're just not ready to let them go. So with this assignment, my husband and I are going to try this assignment, write a letter to someone we want to say goodbye to, who we loved very much. But you know what's going to happen, and I want you to feel okay with. You can take your pen, get your pen, and get you a piece of paper. And the only thing and the only place you can get to, I'm going to show you right here, is this. You can only put one word there, dear. That's as far as you can go with that. And put the pen down. But you know what? You got something to build on now. Because now, each day or each week or each month, you can pick that same piece of paper back up, and maybe the Most High God will give you the strength to write their name now. Now you can go from dear to dear mama, dear daddy, dear auntie, dear to your son or daughter you lost, dear grandma, dear big mama. Now you got a name. Maybe you just got 2 words on the paper for your letter, but you've started. And as time goes by, you can go back to that piece of paper and add some more things to it. The next 2 words you might be able to say is, dear mama, I miss. You can't even say you yet. And that's okay. As I told you the other day, this takes time. And you ain't going to be able to do it all at one time. Some of you might be okay with writing it. But again, I'm not asking you to do something easy. I'm asking you to do the difficult thing. But we're going to try it together. Are you up for it? Think about that person and just try to write. They may have been your sidekick. They may have been your soulmate. May have been your best friend, co-workers, may have been a child, may have been one of your parents or both your parents, may have been your spouse. Sometimes you have multiple goodbyes to say. But you know what? Here's a thought. Why don't you write a letter in advance saying goodbye so that when you leave people behind, they have something you've written, a personal letter you've written to them that may help them heal. I think it would have helped me more if I had something my mother wrote and left for me, or something my father wrote and left for me. I think it would help. I don't know. What do you think? You know what I just had a thought of though? Why don't you start visiting places, or a particular place like a restaurant, or watch a certain TV show, or go to a certain store that reminds you of that person, that you all shared experiences together. You know, some people say, oh yeah, me and daddy used to go fishing every Wednesday, or me and my mama used to go have lunch at Applebee's every Thursday, whatever. Think about that. Maybe going to a place or doing an activity that you and that person enjoyed doing together, that might help with the goodbye letter. I don't know. Also, it may remind you of a happy time and put a smile on your face. It's not always gloom and doom. Some days you will think about that person you love that you're going to say goodbye to, and you laugh about something funny they said, or something funny they did, or something the two of you shared together, and you just burst out and start laughing. It's just something to remind you that that person still matters in your heart. Just because you're saying goodbye doesn't mean I'm saying you're no longer a part of me. Because that person is going to be with you for the rest of your life. That pet that you lost, you're going to always think about them. Good memories. And that will help with saying goodbye. I know this was a hard week with saying goodbye because it stirred up something in all of you. It stirred up something in me too. But you know what? I'm going to tell you why I did this topic this week. Because I had a whole nother topic planned, a more upbeat, some encouraging and empowerment stuff. But I received an email from a subscriber 2 weeks ago. And this was a suggestion from the subscriber. And what she was saying to me in the email, because it didn't fit with Tell the Truth Thursday and Confession Thursday. It just didn't fit, but she made a suggestion. She said, Pastor KZ, my mother has Alzheimer's, and I am her full-time caregiver. And she said, I had to say goodbye to the mom I knew, because this mom is not my mom. She's somebody else. There are days she don't even remember who I am. But the mom I knew prior to Alzheimer's and dementia, I've had to say goodbye to that mom. And now it's like I got a whole new mom who doesn't really know me as her child. So would you please do a topic about how do you say goodbye to someone and they're still present, but mentally they're not present. That's a hard topic. Now, I will say, I did work as a social worker, and I did have a job at one time where I worked on an Alzheimer's unit, and I watched their adult children come to pick them up sometime, and they didn't even recognize them. They would cry and scream and like, I don't know you, I'm not going with you. But looking at the children's face, the family members' face, some of them, they didn't know their wives anymore. Looking at that, and you wonder, where are the places these caregivers can go to for support? Thank God now there are a lot of support systems out there now, a lot of group support groups that they can go to, and caretakers and caregiver groups. But when she suggested this, I thought I would at least scratch the surface on this, because we talk about people who are gone from our lives, who we don't see anymore, or who we move away from, yet they're still present. We can still call them or maybe travel across town for a visit. But then we have the ones that transition and leave this earth that we don't see. But this is crucial. She said, how do you say goodbye? She said, I've had to say goodbye to the mother I once knew, but yet I go and see her every single day and I'm with her, but that person is gone. So y'all think about it. As I said, I do read your emails, whether I read them during the show or not. I read everyone and I do respond. I respond. I don't have a personal assistant hired because I want to be the one to have a personal relationship with you, those of you who write to me in the emails. And I've written to her, and I also shared a couple of books with her to pick up and read just to help her out. And in the city that she lives in, she said she is thinking about joining one of the support groups, but she said she's not quite ready to join the support group. And I understand that, because like she says, even though I had to say goodbye to her, my old mom, I'm still just not ready to say goodbye completely, because she is still with us. So she says, and I have hopes every day when I walk in to see her that she'll embrace me and know me and remember something that we shared. She said, but I don't know, I'm about to give up on that, yet I will still go and see her each day. So I want to thank you, subscriber, for doing that. And y'all, anytime you all write me, like I say, the topics I give, I glean from you. I don't just think of the topics. They're based on your emails. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you always for your support and your love and just pouring and sharing with me. You all don't realize, you all come into my life and came into my life through this platform and being subscribers during the time in my life when I needed you the most, because I have been in situations and currently in a situation where I have to say goodbye to a loved one who transitioned, who I was a caregiver for, and their days, I wake up the same time every morning and remember, oh man, I don't have to take her to dialysis anymore. You know, and that's hard. Sometimes I drive by the center that she used to go to, and sometimes I just sit in the parking lot and the tears flood. You know, so take your time to heal. Take the time you need to grieve, because you know what? You don't have to rush saying goodbye. But like I started the week off saying, some goodbyes are necessary. And then there are other situations where when you're not ready to do it, just allow yourself time. Thank you all so much for watching this Friday. I just wanted to leave you with some food for thought. Have a wonderful weekend. Love on yourself. Pour into somebody else. Get focused, y'all. Find some balance in your life. And always remember, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Things aren't always bad. Sometimes it's going to get better. And for you, it'll get better soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for a brief pop-in tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.